Hi guys, welcome back to my YouTube channel. My name is Casey, and if you're new here, welcome. Today we're going to go over the highlights of January 2025. It's been a long month. It feels like it's been a whole year. And I think this usually is my high performing videos in which people come and just listen to me talk. It's a lot less script. It's just me giving out how it's like a journal almost. So if that sounds like something you like to listen to, so let's get right into it. Also, on top of that, my kids are home, so if you hear them, there's not much I can do about it. So the first week of January, I had one of my grandmas she's not my real grandma, but she was somebody who has known me since I was 2 years old, and she's been somebody that's been constant in my life, and especially in the foster care system. If having somebody who has been there from start to ending, no matter where it started, it is such a nice thing. And when she came into my life, I was 18 months. And I'm 28 years old today, and she's been there ever since. So she's known me the longest consistently out of anybody. On top of that, it was just a great visit. I loved having her over. And then we also had like a Christmas party that we had to go to, in which I saw all my husband's coworkers. I saw who he was around. I was really, really nervous for that. I'm glad that I got it over and done with though, because it wasn't as difficult. I mean, the majority of them they're all their own characters as is. So it's not like I could have really made the first impression worse. So, I mean, and on top of that, everybody absolutely loves my husband, and he can do no wrong. And so all I had to do was just sit and look pretty. So, overall, in the first week, I really just we had to continue to choose each other because it was hard. I'm just telling you, I don't think I really said this in my last video about how hard it was for Christmas on us. Not our children, because our children didn't know what was going on behind the scenes, but we understood what was going on and how hard it was to just be okay with what had happened on Christmas. And like I said in another video, more than likely I'll go into more in depth about that, but we really had to put aside our ego for that. And you know how hard that is. Ego is your shame talking practically. On top of that, it was my son's birthday, so the same exact people who kind of made our Christmas difficult, we then had to invite those people into our house. And so like I said, you really have to put aside your ego to make sure that my children, they don't even know any difference because they're too young. But when they get older, I promise you I'm going to spill the beans. I can't wait to do that. Like, seriously. For now, I'll be the bad guy, but I know the story will change once they get older. Yeah, we had those same exact people over for my son's birthday because his birthday is literally right after Christmas. Bank account below zero. But yeah, that was the first week. So let's get into the second week. In the second week, this is when we had my son's birthday party. And this week was really dedicated to making sure that me and my husband decided that week we weren't going to cancel. Because a lot of times when I get nervous, I step back. I don't go to it. If I don't feel welcome, I'm not going to go to it. If it feels like it's going to be uncomfortable, I don't go to it, or we cancel. And that week, all that whole entire time, we were just thinking, like, should we cancel? Should we not cancel? Should we follow through? You know what? And we decided we're going to push through because we're known to back out. And it's not a good trait. Sometimes it is okay to protect your peace. Other times you just look iffy. And I was like, you know what? We're going to take back that control of making sure that we follow through on the plans that we set. Even though it was so awkward, I'm so glad we followed through on every single thing. I think that was also the week that my kids went back into school. That was a whole new schedule we had to get right back on, because before then it was like 3 weeks off of school. So like really pounding into our brains that, hey, this is a week of commitment. Follow through, homies. All right, the third week. When I tell you the third week was probably the most draining week. This is the week of the TikTok ban. Oh my gosh, that was such a, like, people are like, is it gonna happen? Is it not gonna happen? Leading up to those days, it was like, yeah, you know what? It's probably not gonna happen. And then breaking news, it is gonna happen. And then breaking news, it's not. And then that night, when I tell you I was scrolling, because they said, hey, you have 3 weeks. I mean, you have until midnight to continue to doom scroll. I was like, I'm not doom scrolling till the break of, when it was 8:43 when my TikTok shut down. I was confused. I was bamboozled. I was like, wait, what? Instantly, I was like, my stuff was not working. I put the kids to bed. When I tell you I was ready to doom scroll till 12, you know what? I mentioned my opinion on the being a content creator on TikTok. It is so hard, but being a person that consumes it, I love TikTok. I love consuming TikTok. It is one of my favorite hobbies. And when that was taken, I was like, what the heck is going on? I was so confused. But they've been saying that they're going to do that. After that, I don't know. It was like 13 hours of just bliss. I woke up that morning, read a book. It was silent. I heard all the noise in my house. I think it was very much needed. And honestly, I wish they would have just kept it. I wish they wouldn't have reinstalled it. I wish they would have just kept it and we wouldn't have had it. But 13 hours later, TikTok was literally reinstalled. I was at a coffee break with my friend and we were just talking, and I looked at my phone and it said such and such shared, and I was like, now why is TikTok teasing me? I can't see what people are sharing. I get home, open it up, TikTok's working. I ended up just being like a little annoyed. It feels like we're kind of in like a narcissistic relationship now with TikTok. And I saw a lot of people talk about this. It feels like somebody's been in our home while we were away. It does not feel the same. It does not feel the same. It's like when you break up with your boyfriend and you get back together with them. Something's off. Something's not right. But going back to my coffee break with my friend, I absolutely love this person so freaking much. She is very insightful. She teaches me new things. Not only is she going through her own trials and tribulations, but she's also learning from those, and she's not a victim in it. And that's like, I don't have very many friends, but when I tell you about my friends, girl, there is a reason why I am so picky about who I invite into my world, who I invite into my corner, who I decide is worthy of being within my presence, because I'm worthy of being in theirs. And it's an equal back and forth. Yeah, I don't know why I put on my glasses. You can't see my face. Absolutely love the girl. The next week, I got so sick. Whatever flu, whatever flunk, whatever vid is going on, it knocked me to the ground. It totally devoured my whole family. We were all sick. At least I was sick. I was not doing very well. My husband ended up going in to get checked out to see if he had anything. He said, no, we didn't see anything. It could be the bird flu. I don't think it was a bird flu. It could be tuberculosis. That's another thing that's coming back. But we survived that, so I highly doubt that. You never know what the sickness is. It's always something. On top of that, I don't think we even got my flu shots this year. I need to do a better job of that. Being an adult is hard. I needed my bed. I needed the lights off. Had to be silent. I was not doing too good. Not one bit. But guess what? I woke up every single day and I did all of my stuff that I needed to get done. Besides my chores, my house is disgusting. That is all that happened that week. I really don't have any takeaways from that, but maybe not get sick. On top of that, can I talk about how my braces people took money out of my bank account when literally I gave them no permission to? Frustrating. And then when I called and I was like, hey, you took money out of my bank account, they're like, yeah, there's nothing we can do about that. Imagine if I only had $600 for myself for that month and they took $600 out of my bank account. I just have to, oh my gosh, I was so bamboozled. I was confused. There was nothing they could do about it. You know what? It's fine. Fix my teeth. That's all I'm asking. And you won't catch me slipping like that again. I'm going to treat you like I treat Apple. Yep. There ain't going to be any money in my bank account. I promise you that from now on, I'm going to have to transfer. And whoever gets to it first, gets to it first. So that kind of leads us to this week. And this is the last year of January, because January feels like it's been going on for 90 years. And all I have to say is that I do not ever want to experience this again. I have not talked politically. I have not talked about all of the stuff that's going on in this world. I've only talked about what's going on in my world, because this video would be so long if I talk about the heaviness of this freaking world and how crazy it is that this world is still moving with all the destruction and poverty and whoever the heck is running this country. But we're not here for that. We're here to talk about my world. I'm just grateful for another day, If we want to talk about like all the things that I hit with like my blog and stuff, I have hit all of my goals this year. If you want to follow me on my Instagram or my threads, I post a lot more on there daily. I'm always putting content on there. I'm always I'm always threading. Is that what it's called? I'm on there all the time. And when I tell you, when I have been consistent all of January, even through that week of sickness, I am very proud of myself with like my social media content because I've been consistent. I started school again. School has been great. School has been consistent on top of that. Same exact stuff. You know, they could make these classes maybe into one course because it's the same exact thing regurgitated over and over. But guess what? Your homegirl's gonna have a leadership master's. So that's all that freaking matters at the end of the day. I want to express my brand a little bit more. I want to be less embarrassed about what I post because in the past, I've said this before, somebody made me feel very insecure about posting because they felt like I was embarrassing them for being online. And if you've known me since I was little, or if you ever looked at my digital footprint, I have been on the internet since I was introduced to it. I had all of the stuff that you weren't supposed to have. I was on all the sites you probably weren't supposed to be on. At one point, I catfished another boy in Arizona. That's another storyline. My point is that social media has always been somewhere that I escape to, somewhere that I express myself to, that I posted, I always talked about, I threw myself into. And this person really made me insecure. They didn't make me insecure. I made myself insecure after having this conversation with them. And my relationship with social media has kind of strained. And I really, really wish that had not happened because I feel like I would have been so much further ahead than I am today. This year, I think like I said, in this month, I'm really going to focus on my brand. It's about me, being authentically me online, posting whatever I want. Who cares who sees it? Like, gone today, gone here tomorrow. Here today, gone tomorrow. Seriously, I just saw somebody on the news saying, yeah, guess what? Instead of it being in 2035, the world's going to end, it's going to be 2025. I'm going to post whatever I want. Okay, I'm going to post, I'm going to be. You get the content that you want. I want to get it out there because at the end of the day, this is my story. And the sad news is nobody is going to care in 100 years. Nobody. As long as you aren't acting like a jackass, nobody's going to care what you post today. Your grandkids won't even remember you. Your kids probably won't. Your kids won't be alive. Like, do it today. Live your life for today. And that's my whole plan for February. Like I said, if you want to see more of my content in February, follow me on my Pinterest. I will also link that down below. Follow me on my Instagram. Link that down below. Also Threads. And I don't think there's anything else that I'm on because of TikTok. Anyways, if you like this video, please give it a thumbs up. I am sorry I was just rambling for like the last, 15 minutes? But I hope you have a good day. And until next time.